How's it going there, everybody? It's Mr. Zen over here, bringing you guys a brand new One Piece chapter discussion. And for today's thing, guys, we're going to be talking about is chapter 871. Yes, folks, this chapter was undescribably terror amongst the Straw Hats, Caesar Clown, Capone, the frickin' Germa 66. Frickin' snap. I personally felt the pressure that Oda's trying to portray in the chapter because of the fact that Big Mom's territory and all her henchmen are just constantly there's no way to escape them. That's what I'm kind of wondering as to how is Oda gonna do this? Is their only escape plan is the sky itself? Since apparently all their routes keep getting blocked over and over and over again, which I'm wondering, like, damn. Seeing how freaking Caesar is basically he's the living embodiment of suspense right now, folks, in this chapter. Suspense, thrill, and we're just happy seeing Caesar just at least trying to escape. It's so funny because of the fact, we saw him as a villain, and seeing him traverse through his characterization throughout each and every arc that's been going on in the brand new world, we see him now as like this kind of like this goofy guy, but at the same time, you kind of wonder, like, how far will Oda make this character last, folks? How far will Caesar be able to go and make everybody love him? That's the thing about Caesar too. At the same time, is the fact that I'm surprised he's not actually attacking. He can actually attack with his devil fruit ability. His devil fruit ability is almost hacked to a point that he can kill some of Big Mom's henchmen. They just have to breathe the freaking poisonous gas that he has. At the same time, it is a double-edged sword because the fact that, yes, it could also attack Luffy in it, but they can also go and hide inside Capone's castle. But that's for another whole theory that's going on right there, because like I said, it's very interesting to see how far Caesar can go around with this in this arc itself. Granted, though, if I'm going to say, there was rumors in the internet saying that, like, there's maybe 3 or 4 chapters that are left over in the Whole Cake Island, which I kind of highly doubt. Maybe if it is 3 or 4 chapters, like, wow, Oda really is wrapping up Whole Cake Island. That means that the escape plan really is coming to an end, or at least it's gonna come into flotation, because the Time Taco box actually exploded in this episode, folks. Yes, a lot of people were speculating that it was gonna explode. They didn't know when exactly in the Tea Party it was gonna explode, but it actually exploded just now at the end of this chapter, in chapter 871, and all the way at the bottom. The explosion was so huge that it actually broke Big Mom's castle. It broke and chipped and shattered all the way at the bottom. The foundation now is broken. So I go on to say that the fight now is going to be escalating while the building is falling down. That's actually pretty cool. We get to see kind of like a little cinema kind of theme going on, as like a building is falling down, the heroes are fighting their enemy and escaping, and once the building crumbles down, and then Big Mom and Caesar, all of them are able to escape, and then while Big Mom is underneath all that rubble, pops out and says, "Luke Mugiwara, where are you?" And of course they're gone by now. Maybe that's how Oda is going to be going about with the chapters, as to now that the Tamidaka box has actually exploded. But you guys got to remember too, that there's still a lot of stuff that's actually been going on in the chapters as well that kind of was pretty intense, folks, and that is seeing Stussy. Stussy is a CP0 agent. CP0 Aegis, folks. Yes, I was personally interested in seeing that because of the fact we've never seen the CP0 very much involved in the story as much as how they've been now. Yes, they were kind of hinted back in the Dressrosa arc, but now they're actually making it a very huge impact right now because of the fact that Stussy is a Central Intelligence Officer, but it also explains as to what CP0 is really doing, and they are actually gathering intelligence, but they're gathering maybe devil fruit, they're gathering precious items so that the world government can grab it at no expense while still being underneath the Yonko's actual central network. That's what makes it interesting. The world government really is everywhere. It doesn't matter where exactly. Underworld, under Yonkos, under the sea. It doesn't matter where. CP0, the world government in general, is just everywhere, which kind of makes it very frightening because of that same reason. Even Big News Morgan was kind of shown a little bit as to he was kind of downplayed at the fact that Stussy was looking at him and just kind of condescending to a point that saying that you can take pictures of Tamidaka box, but you can't. That's all you can do. You can't write about it and nothing else. Which goes on to say that it's kind of like they're trying to keep the public away from the actual hidden truth. They'll let them know what's going on, but not to a certain pretty interesting because I also kind of hoping as to, damn, like Stussy, I was not expecting Stussy to be that powerful. And maybe she's the weakest member of CP0, and that just goes on to say, like, wow, you know, CP0 is that tough. But it was sad also to see that DeFeld actually practically died. But no, wait, this is shonen, so he's almost dead. I'm gonna say he's 90% dead, but that 10% that's right there is because of shonen plot armor that they can't kill these characters. He's gonna be gravely injured, guys. So DeFeld is gravely injured thanks to Stussy itself, which I thought was pretty interesting. But still, I just want to know more about Stussy and her past as to what her accomplishments were. Stussy was also a very huge important character that I'm kind of hoping that they actually might develop more with this whole actual arc, and so seeing what the CP0 themselves are going to be doing now that the whole Cake Island is almost coming to an end. What will Stussy actually tell Spandam or the rest of CP0? What's going to be her actual take on this? Will she actually take this as a personal interest, or will she actually tell the world government everything that actually happened in this freaking party itself? Like I said, or maybe Bleak News Morgan will be doing that instead of Stussy herself. Like I said, it's gonna be interesting to see as to how the Central Intelligence Network is gonna spread out after this arc itself. Like I said, you can tell Oda's actually expanding the universe in Whole Cake Island itself by representing the Yonko's territory and seeing how influential it gets by just even being at the territory. There's another thing that I do want to mention, folks, and I do want to talk about is the Gurma 66. I know I was talking about the film, but I do want to move on, and that is the Gurma 66. I'm a little disappointed because I kind of was expecting a little bit more out of them. They were just a little bit undermined. And then again, they were fighting against Big Mom, but still, like, wow, I was expecting a little bit more fight. I mean, granted, we get some couple panels that were, you know, each of the members are actually, you know, doing their own signature techniques and everything, but it just seems that, like, they're just getting their butts, you know, handed to them. Honestly, and I was kind of expecting Oda to actually go about and show more of their powers and actually at least take at least one win. At least take down, I don't know, Cracker or just somebody in general. I know Cracker's out of this, but still, like, I meant in general, at least one of them, and then they could get taken down. But I mean, for Pete's sake, freaking Judge got his helmet split in half. His helmet got split in half. Now he's out of the picture. All the other brothers are kind of gone. Ichiji tried his best against actual Dogtooth, and Dogtooth took him out. So, yeah, it's kind of hard to say as to how the chapter's gonna go, but yeah. But we do get a Luffy versus Big Mom fight right there. Luffy finally turned into Gear 4, and he actually did his technique against Big Mom, and we see Big Mom, of course, you know, with her, takes, I believe, Zeus, sticks her hand in his mouth, and then just drops the lightning bolt down. You know, it's just interesting to see how these characters are kind of developing, even with Big Mom herself, that I'm kind of seeing that her powers really depend on the homies, but then necessarily that's what she wants to use more in, like, magical tense abilities, not, you could say, physical prowess, which she was kind of using against Judge to overwhelm him. Like I said, and you know, I was kind of thinking that maybe the races might have been a little bit like at least thunder efficient, or at least able to fend off electricity to a point that, you know, it would make sense. But no, Judge is gone. But yeah, but it was interesting seeing that Luffy actually he took a big ass risk and actually attacked Big Mom. I'm hoping that they actually take him away from this chapter, because we can't have that. Big Mom will have to keep chasing Luffy. That's what I definitely will expect to see. But we cannot, for the love of God, see this fight continue on. That's what I'm definitely thinking. This fight will definitely be finished. It's gonna move on, and we got to move to Walnut. Like I said, maybe because of the fact that everything's coming to a close, that now Big Mom is herself is now actually also kind of going on like a dire situation as to, you know, everything's not really going to her plan, so she has to kind of basically fuel her own self to actually at least get one of them. And maybe just maybe the Gurma 66 army might come in. Maybe, not too sure, but who knows. Let's see how it finds out in the next chapter, because in the next chapter we're definitely gonna have to see how the actual playing field is gonna be. I'm definitely thinking that the playing field itself is gonna be Big Mom's weakness, the castle itself, because it broke down. That's gonna be Big Mom's weakness. She has a strong arm, but the foundation that she's on is not working so well. It's interesting. Good pun right there, Oda. But let me know down in the comments, guys. So what are you guys' thoughts on chapter 871, folks. This chapter was definitely awesome, especially seeing Luffy go against Gear 4 against Big Mom. That was a pretty intense scene right there, guys. But like I said, what are also your guys' thoughts on the Tamatogaku box? Do you guys think there's gonna be something in there? Also, what do you guys think about Stussy and her role as the CP0 agent? Were you guys shocked, or were you guys actually kind of hoping to see there might be more background story to her as the chapters progress? And also, what do you guys think on the Grimmer 66? Were you guys actually ashamed that they actually got beaten down so quickly again, or do you guys still were expecting more? Because personally, I was expecting more for the Grimmer 66. But yeah, like I said, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and as always, guys, if you guys enjoy my content, don't forget to give a like, comment, share, and subscribe for more One Piece chapter discussions. And as always, guys, hope to see you guys again in the next video. But peace out, folks.